Hello, boys and girls. I'm very pleased to be able to share a story with you this morning. And this is a special Christmas story which is actually true. Have you ever heard of the song, The 12 Days of Christmas? I'll show you. This is a book all about the 12 days of Christmas. And it goes like this. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. And it's a traditional Christmas song that has been sung for hundreds of years in England and Great Britain, perhaps. This is a song that I remember singing when I was at school. And I loved that song at school because it's so fun to sing. Now, the song is important because many years later, this song would come true in a strange kind of way. Let me tell you what happened. When we moved to America many years ago and we bought a house, we were brand new in our neighborhood. We didn't know anybody. We moved in the summer, and as the months passed by, we really didn't know people and we didn't see any other children. We had Rebecca and Reese, and they were little. Rebecca was about 6 years old and Reese was about 3 years old. And they played with each other and we went for walks, but we really didn't know the neighbors. And then, as the months passed by, we came to the Christmas season, the holiday season, the season of good news and good cheer. One day, there was a knock on the door. Someone's at the door, someone's at the door, cried Rebecca and Reese. And when I went and opened the door, I looked out. I didn't see anyone at all. But when I looked down, there on the doorstep was a little miniature fir tree sitting in a red pot. And it looked so pretty. It was like a little Christmas tree. And I looked around and there was no one there. And it just had a little label on it, to our friends. Well, who left that, we thought. So I took the little tree and I put it on the table in the dining room. What a mystery. Now, we forgot all about it. But then the next morning when I opened the front door, there on the doorstep were 2 colouring books with little packets of crayons attached. And they were in a pretty Christmas bag, gift bag. A present, cried Rebecca and Reese. I know, I said. I wonder who left this present. These presents must be for you because there are only 2 of them. You're the only 2 children here. And so Rebecca and Reese took their colouring books and had a wonderful time the rest of the day colouring in the Christmas pictures. The holly, the ivy, the snowmen, Santa. The next day, when we opened the front door, what should be on our doorstep but a little gift bag? And inside we found 3 round glass baubles. And you could pull the top off them and then you could put tinsel or crepe paper inside or little pictures. These were decorations for a Christmas tree, I guess. Well, that was nice of someone to leave these. These would make a fine craft, I thought, for the children. The next day, on our doorstep, there was a box. And inside that box were 4 cute snowmen in little scarves and little hats with their carrot noses. How wonderful is that? How cute! These little snowmen had a little string at the top so you could hang them on the tree. Well, somebody was leaving us some nice surprises. And the next day, what should we find but a little set of books, like a little library of poems and stories and songs about Christmas. This was so special. The children pulled the little books out and opened up the cardboard pages and wanted me to read the stories to them and with them and sing the little songs. What a delightful little present that was. The next day, we found on our doorstep a Christmas plate, and on top of the plate, packaged neatly and separately, were 6 cookies, beautifully decorated with white icing and red icing and green icing and sprinkles all over. I took one of the packets and opened it up. I tasted a little piece of the cookie. A sugar cookie! Oh, they were the favourites, the favourite cookies of all to have with hot chocolate. And so the children enjoyed wonderful cookies that evening. The next day, I found a big box on the doorstep. And inside the box, there were 7 wrapped presents. What could be in those 7 presents? So I unwrapped the first one, and there was a glass angel about this big. I put it aside. Children, help me. Let's unwrap all the presents. So we unwrapped them and pulled the paper and the string off, and we found inside a miniature nativity set. There was a little Mary and Joseph and a little baby Jesus in the cradle. There were 3 wise men, and with the angel, that made 7 pieces, and they were just small enough to put on our mantelpiece. Actually, we put it on the window sill in the little alcove there. How exciting! Who was giving us such beautiful little gifts? We had no idea. We looked this way and that way, and nobody was there. The next day, we pulled out of a package a string, a colourful string, and on that string there were 8 little bells. And when you rung the string, ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, these bells jingled all the way. So we took the little string of bells and we hung it inside, just on our little miniature tree. The next day we found a little packet of candles. They were tea lights, and when you lit them, they smelled of cinnamon. Just the little lights like this, and I had just the little holders that I could put them into. The next day we found a basket of 10 tangerines. 10 tangerines, all plump and juicy and ripe and ready for peeling. The day after that, guess what we found on the doorstep? We found a box of striped candy cane. Now usually there are 12 in the box, but this time one was missing. Why would one be missing? Because now we had 11 candy cane. Maybe someone was trying to hint at a story for us. The next day, we found a beautiful little package, and when we opened it, we found 12 snowflakes cut out of silver card, all sparkly and bright, each with an intricate design and with a string that you could hang it on the Christmas tree. We were so delighted with these presents. We had no idea who was leaving such beautiful gifts. And then, the next day, we had a Christmas card. And on the Christmas card, there was a beautiful little note that said, "Hello, I'm your neighbour. I live across the way at number 92. My name is Sherry, and I hope that you have enjoyed the wonderful gifts that I have shared with you." Now, boys and girls, when I met Sherry later on and her lovely family, she told me that she was inspired to leave these gifts based on this story of the 12 days of Christmas. And she had been blessing us for 12 whole days. And if I had remembered the story, then I would have been able to figure out that someone was sending me a message. And boys and girls, at this time of year, we know that all of these celebrations and all of the delightful things that we enjoy is part of a message that God is sharing with us. I'd just like to share with you a little verse that reminds us of that message, and it's found in the Bible in Galatians 4 verses 4 and 5, and it says this: when the time was just right, God sent his Son into the world, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those that are under the law, so that we might become adopted as God's daughters and sons. Okay, boys and girls, I can hear Brady barking in the background because he's ready to open his presents. So, enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless you, and Merry Christmas. Remember to spread his love. Remember to share his story, because his story is found in the little things, which are the blessings that he wants us to enjoy. And most of all, he wants us to enjoy the new life that comes to us through his Son, Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening, boys and girls, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.